Well, looks like it's working. Get my computer a little more out of the shot. There we go. At least then and when it comes in, if I look at the chat, I'm looking pretty much at the camera. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let's see. Of course, last week I had, there's my bookmark. The little flying coach. Um, little one really wants me working on the ship. I think it's hot in here. Um, I also, when she was over this weekend, built this little Lego Friends camping set. We had gone up to, well, on Saturday I had to go to drill, but then since I'd already done all my mutas, they had to figure out a weird way to pay me. But so I didn't go in on Sunday. They hire really wanted me in there on Saturday. So that is what it is. But Sunday I got to, little one and I went up to Sugarloaf Mills. Um, that was Discover Mills forever ago. Hi, hi, Bricks. I'm just, was kind of talking to myself and just looked at the screen. Well, I'm working on this big this big Harry Potter ship. Yeah, there it is. Last week I had built this that was part of it. But I was saying we went up to a Lego store on Sunday and they were doing a build and take, and it was this little butterbeer cart. So we both did one of those. So that was fun. It's kind of neat them doing a free build thing there. I hope you had a good weekend. Okay, that's going to be loud. So we went up and did that build brick thing or build and take thing, and we were like the first ones there. It was at least 100 people in line by the time we finished. It's a big mall, and the line stretched all the way from the Lego store to the food court, into the food court. Yeah, yeah, people, God, yeah, and you got to love the free Legos. Doesn't happen often, but it's nice when it does. In fact, when I bought this ship, they gave it was a percent off, and then they put these two things in there. So I got three things for just over $100. That's pretty impressive. Oh, I get all these little tiny pieces over here. I think this is from this set. A little one was here. I started building some other stuff with her, and I didn't put away the leftovers from this, so I'm sure some parts have gotten mixed in. But Legos are Legos. They always get mixed up. There was someone in line saying that they're going to stop doing the pick a bricks through the website because of tariffs. I haven't looked into that, and I really hope not. I got a bunch of things that have lost pieces over the years that I'd been working on, actually in some previous streams. Oh, it's never fun, especially if you have a um, uh, temperature. I had I had my drill this weekend, my reserve time, but I'd already done all my, we call them mutas, MUTA. It's basically the 2 days every month, but I had done them early. But my command really needed me to come in, so I was only there on Saturday on a alternative pay pay roster. So at least I did get to go up, spend Sunday with little one and go up to the Lego thing. Just kind of made the weekend a little less fun. Playing army for one day. Nowhere near as bad as being sick, that's for sure. But I'm doing my little organizing I like to do every time I open a bag, so make things easy to find. Little one spent the day with my mom, so they had fun. And the funny thing about it, they actually went up to the same mall. They went up to Sugarloaf Mills, and that's where we she found out, my mom, that the free thing was going on Sunday, the next day. Baby girl wanted us to get there like 3 hours early. It's like, no, no, baby girl, we're not going to get there 3 hours early. The mall doesn't even open till 11 o'clock, so the earliest we will get there is 10:30. I am not waking up at 6 a.m. And she was in such a hurry as soon as she woke up. I love it. It was as soon as we got there, she's like, "We gotta hurry, Daddy. We gotta hurry. We gotta hurry." Like, baby girl, there is no one in this mall. We are fine. We will get there. We will be one of the first people. It's so great just to live that amount of energy through a well, she turns 9 this week, 9-year old, and to wish I had a quarter of that energy at my age. Okay, that's good to know. So I guess they're gonna figure out a way around the prices going up. I have so many. I had a cart that had about $5 in there, but I'm not gonna, get it shipped till it's at least at the $18 mark for shipping. Just not worth it. I mean, Lego's gonna figure out how to take care of their customers. That's a good thing about that company, is that they actually care about their customers, unlike, most companies in the US. This yeah, you can kind of see it. I have a big project right here that's a Pikachu that's missing like 4 pieces. So I'd like to keep, I'd like to finish that one. Little one keeps asking me for it, but I can't find some critical pieces. Some of them being this little L-shaped thing, and that's frustrating. Yeah, baby girl really wants the Pikachu done. I'll just have to keep a eye out on the pick a brick. Yeah, it takes forever to do the pick a brick, especially. Sometimes even when I do standard shipping for a full set, it takes a month, and that's coming from in country. That's not coming from out of country. But yeah, and from Bricklink. I've never tried that. I'll have to look at that. It's been a long time since I've been able to devote time to doing a lot of Legos, and I really started just doing this stream, I think last month, um, when my boredom got a little too much after spending mornings doing applications. Because I'm still looking for work, even though some of my applications are starting to move forward. It's just a slow process. And my unit is thinking they'll be able to get me on orders starting in the fiscal year, next month. But that was an extremely long process getting that moving. I'm in a Lego store. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely look at that, especially if I can get just these little bits and pieces I need to finish up these 2, 3 projects. Pikachu has been sitting in parts for a while. It really wants to get built. All right, there we go. I finally have this little organized. Bricklink. Should take a picture of the name Bricklink so I don't forget, because my I've had a few too many concussions over the years thanks to the army. Let's start building this little. Um, I guess she's a sorcerer of some point, some type, but she looks really angry. I mean, oh, good. She has two face. She's two faced. There's an angry face and a grimacing face. I think we'll go with the grimacing. It looks a little less like she wants to kill people. Maybe she's a was it no, that's not what Dementors were, the those spirit looking things. I forget what the bad guys were called that worked for Voldemort. Death Eaters? I think that's what it was, Death Eaters. Maybe not. It's been a long time since I watched those movies or read the books. Oh, so I'm in the reserve right now. I'm well, I did 7 years AGR, which is a full timer, but for the reserves. I'm a supply sergeant, logistics. Um, Kind of the joke is that we make sure everyone gets the beans and the bullets. Um, my unit is an instructor unit. They're teachers. So I mostly make sure they have all their uniforms, make sure they have their computers, everything that they need to do their classes when they go out on mission, everything they need to teach. My last unit was a combat sustainment support battalion, a CSSB. I think I had like $1.5 million worth of equipment I was responsible for. This unit is only a couple thousand, 100,000. I mean, I think all in all, oh, thank you. I mean, I like my job in the army. I would go full time again in a second if it means I didn't have to leave Atlanta, but I would have to leave Atlanta, and then I wouldn't get to see my little one as much. Wouldn't get her every weekend. But my unit, because I'm still looking for work, is trying to bring me in for the next 6 months because we don't have a full time logistics person, and there's a lot of work that needs to get done. So I'm hopefully going to be getting that. I got a bunch of applications with government agencies right now that are just kind of slowly working their way through the process. Actually, my first job in the army was a combat system. It was chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear. It was a lot of fun to learn, but just couldn't get promoted that way. So I switched to supply to logistics. It's needed a lot more because everything runs on logistics. It's an interesting job. It's always work to do, which is why they pulled money out of thin air to bring me in on Saturday. And then on Sunday, my major, the she's in charge of my section, told me, I sent her a question. She said, "Do this one form right quick and then stop working. Spend time with your little girl. Stop talking to me." She's a good leader. She There it is. She is a good leader, and then there's not a lot of those, unfortunately. Where is There it is. Now it looks orange in there. I guess this is it. It's the only Oh, thank y'all for the like. Yeah, it's the only 1 by 3s, so these have to be it. This, yes. In logistics, there is always more to learn. I haven't met a supply sergeant yet who says they know everything perfectly because it just doesn't exist. And it is a very, very stressful job. 1 by 4. Yes, 1 by 4. My current commander, my lieutenant colonel, I mean, he's told me no matter how much higher calls me, emails me, unless it is something that would just has to get done at this second no matter what, don't do it for free. If they want the work done that bad, they'll pay me. Oh, I mean, it'd be nice to make a few bucks on it. I'm not truly, more than likely, it probably never will. I'd love to make some money on it. Love to connect with people that also are in the Lego community. Um, I kind of just started it because I spend so much time I go to the gym in the morning, I do applications in the morning, gives me something to feel productive. It'd be nice to, if nothing else, make connections with other Lego people. Making money would be an amazing thing, though. But even if I don't find a job here soon, I do so much army time, I can't commit to a schedule. So that's kind of stops it from growing quickly because they'll pull out some money and then I'll have to go off somewhere to do a refresher course. I'm also a combat lifesaver, so I have to refresh that course every year and all the other courses I do that I have to constantly get refreshed. But no, growing it to have a little bit of income would be amazing. Where's this other little, there it is, right next to the piece that I picked up. Oy, sometimes I wonder about the gray matter between my ears. This is pretty interesting the way this ship is coming together, which is the neat thing with Legos is seeing how everything is put together to be, from the ground ground up. Correspondent to YouTube, I don't think a lot of people would particularly want to listen to my stammering as the words slowly make their way from my brain to my mouth. So is that a, yeah, it's this little thing. Or, they might like to see, um, they might understand the dyslexia and all that. And it might be nice to see other people do it also. So again, this looks a completely different color in the book. Usually they're good about keeping everything the exact same color so you don't get confused. Does this go like this? Yeah, that and that. No, that's the wrong piece. That's why. If I pull the right piece, it probably fits together correctly. Yes, this piece. So I'm listening to the old show Dark Shadows. in my headphone. No, no idea how old y'all are, but this was a black and white soap opera. It transitioned into color. Yeah, I don't know how I have so many views on some stuff, but so few subscribers. It doesn't make logical sense to me. I mean, I hope it means people enjoy it. I mean, that's the big thing. I like to think people like to think I'm making something people enjoy. I mean, I don't particularly understand why they'd like to see my face, but I guess it is. Kind of the reason I ran a LARP way back when is I enjoyed making something people enjoy. But yeah, this is like the most subscribers I've ever had is 30. Actually, I had 38 last week. I don't know what happened to one of them. Maybe because I wasn't able to get on for a while. But it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm thinking some people might just like hearing someone talk to themselves and helps being ADD, hearing having something going helps me focus. So, I mean, that's kind of my guess is, I know a lot of other people like that. Us geeks, there's a lot of ADD and dyslexic people among us. How does this fit? Think like that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm really glad some people are watching this. I know some people enjoy some of the um video game things I've put up, the videos from Horizon and Death Stranding and what is that other one that I played a lot? Man, it was a really good game too, and I just can't think of the name of it now. It's about um these females. They were kids in the 80s, and there's some really creepy stuff going on in their town, and everything is told through recordings what that one of them made. It's really innovative game. I got 2 parts of it, and they're working on a 3rd part from what I've seen. Man, now I can't think of the name of that game. It's a really cool game. It was free on the PlayStation Store. Is this some kind of trap door I'm making, I wonder? Rage and Bloom, I think is the name of it. I really love the games that are just different from most, and it's kinda sad when games that are so innovative don't get a lot of publicity. Man, that's impressive, my dude. 815, that's pretty high speed. I'll be sure to actually, I'll click on your name right now so that I remember, maybe. Well, I took a picture of your, of the chat so that I remember to look up the bricks. Oh, I did this wrong. Cool, thank you. I mean, that's I mean, that's the big thing. Just thinking that I'm making something at least one or two people enjoy. Um, talking to my little girl, for my entire life, everyone has always thought I'm a cop, especially when I reached adulthood. And I mean, I know I look like one. I've always known I should be in uniform, which is why I joined the Army Reserve. I've never been a police officer. I've done security work. I'm 6'2", and right now I'm like 280. It's like the biggest I've ever been because exercising with a bum knee is hard. But I enjoy doing stuff people enjoy. So that's why I ran a LARP for a while. But people always just assume I'm this big cop and I'm angry person just because of how I look, which is one reason I like to wear these stitched tiki shirts when I'm not on army time. Yeah, that does look like it goes like that. All right, baby girl. Yeah, when you're a big person, lots of people just are automatically scared of you. I mean, it's come to my advantage a couple times. I can't argue that. People who have something nefarious in mind just avoid you when you're big. And I got a deep voice. Well, that's pretty cool. So looks like just built the side of the ship right there. I even with as bad shape as I'm in, I'm don't look like I'm 280 pounds. I don't know how I look on screen, but I mean, people tell me even though I'm gaining weight, I exercise every day, I still look fairly fit. But man, I really got to be pushing my PT. One of the jobs I'm trying to get has a physical test, and I did part of it today. And it's a stair machine. You have to do 5 minutes on the stair machine at a rate of 160, I think, stairs per minute. That kicked my ass this morning. I mean, at least it's not a 2 mile run like the army, but that hurt. But because I'm a disabled veteran, I actually don't do the 2 mile run for the army anymore. I do the rower for the army instead of the 2 mile run. Not because I'm a disabled vet, because I have a injury. I got hurt in my civilian job a couple of years ago, and it had to get my ACL worked on. So that was the end of my running. This is looks like the completely wrong color. It's the only one I have, so it has to be right. No, that's wrong. Dark Shadows is such a weird show. It was Dark Shadows that I'm listening to here was a it was a daytime soap opera in the black and white days, but they did it by it was a horror story. So I'm listening to what's going on with this vampire that's changing the memory of this lady to think that she's his wife from before he became a vampire. she's trying to she's trying to get away right now, but she kind of keeps forgetting that she's not Josette Collins. And it keeps going back and forth. It's pretty good writing, especially for the time, and pretty good acting. I don't, okay, why is this not working? Looks like, hmm, this looks correct. Yeah. Where? So why doesn't this fit like a picture? Yeah, it looks like this little, it looks kind of like a hammer when it's on this, but then, oh, I see what I did. I think. I think. Okay, I know the basics of how a nuclear bomb works, but I have trouble with Legos. It's amazing. Like I was helping my, well, I mean, she's 9, she'll be 9 this week. I was helping her do some math, and to just do a addition, simple addition without a calculator and simple subtraction without a calculator took me a few minutes to remember how to do. And it's done differently than I was taught. Oh man, I mean, God forbid when she gets to long division, I'm gonna be completely lost. I'm gonna have to get ahead of the curve and take some basic math classes. This new way they're doing basic algebra. I mean, it's not basic. It's not algebra. Just not doing algebra yet, thank God. But basic math, it's longer, and I can kind of understand why it's being taught this way. But at the same time, it's just weird. Okay, here we go. The other side of the ship. Man, I want to know how you got up to 800 subscribers. That's pretty high speed. I'm sure a lot of it is just being seen by the right people, and then the algorithm just moves you along. That's pretty freaking cool. Being big. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, especially when you like have a goal like a competition, and it really motivates you not to be lazy at the gym. That's been part of my problem recently, and the so broke I'm eating ramen. But um, now that I got some emails from this one agency, and I had a PT test next month in the army, I'm doing more at the gym. I'd love the civilian job with this one agency. I mean, I'm not saying the name, not because it's some super secret squirrel BS or anything, but being online, you always got to be careful about lots of stuff. But yeah, back when I was younger, when I first got in, oh God, it'd be nice if I could get that physique too, man. Um, did I skip a step? I think I skipped a step. I do that a lot. Yep, I skipped this page. Um, when I first got in, I was actually 30, or at least about. Yeah, I just loved my stomach to go down a little bit because I've had to buy bigger uniforms. That was kind of depressing when I realized my XL uniforms I've been wearing since I was active duty were too small now. Yeah, I've never been a small guy, but that was a little depressing. Um, so yeah, I had this master sergeant. Said I was like 30 when I got in, so I wasn't young, and I've never been a good runner. But one thing Master Sergeant told me was that it's like, hey, if you got a goal like doing a marathon for the fun of it, it helps you just focus on going to the gym every day, getting on the treadmill every day. And I mean, he's right. So my at the time girlfriend, um, and I did a couple marathons. It was one or two, it was a couple, I think. And that really helped motivate me to go to the gym to run every day or every other day. Not just the looming stress of the Army PT test, but doing it for the fun of it. Just it helps keep you going. It helps you enjoy it more than the oh my god, I have another PT test coming up. If I don't pass this PT test, I'm not going to get promoted. There's the little cup. There it is. The scaling of stuff just always entertains me with Legos. So I just want my gut down a little bit more, but when ramen is the cheapest thing I can eat that's filling, it doesn't help. Ramen and peanut butter. And then when I have my little one, of course, we eat real food. All right, bag number 4. There we go. Bag number 4. Ooh, yeah. And my last PT test. So it's about to get loud for a second. Here we go. All right, 2 more. One more. My last PT test, I was pretty motivated, getting ready for it. It was the last thing I needed to get promoted to E6 as staff sergeant. And um, I was back to work after my injury. So, those things combined really helped me keep going at the gym. Um, this one coming up, I mean, really the depression has gotten the best of me lately, but having this, um, getting all these messages from this agency I'm trying to work for, it's helping me get back at the gym. That stair machine, though, man, that thing's a monster. That thing it's evil. Really helped me realize not being able to run, how much that's affected my stamina. I think I was able to do I'd be able to do like 2.5 minutes at that 160 stairs per minute pace. That was a little bit of a yeah, that was a little bit of a realization of my age. But I'll go there tomorrow, get on that stair machine again, and keep it going. Um, Even my orders, if they start here on my reserve side, they have a stair machine at the little gym in our reserve center. But truthfully, the gym I go to is pretty close to my house and the reserve center. Maggie, why are you yelling so much? They love yelling in this show. Wow, they're doing a clip show. I've never heard of a clip show in a soap opera. See, Amazon Prime just put all of the show on Prime, and I'd never watched all of it. I've watched good chunks of it through the years. Not saying I got stuff through Pirate Bay or anything. I definitely didn't do that. I wouldn't even know what Pirate Bay was. So many little pieces. So I wonder if they did all these and they did all these live. They broadcasted them live. So I'm wondering if this retelling, if they're doing these scenes live, are they showing recordings? Be curious to know. Be interesting to know. My reserve center does, of course, it has a little gym, but what's funny is how little it gets used. I hardly ever see soldiers in it. I mean, really, once you get over like 30 in the army, you're on some kind of permanent profile because something is broken. Knees, back, will to keep going on a daily basis. Something's broken. He said, "Don't stim to me. Stim to me instead of tempt to me." I mean, they did everything live. So I love those little slip ups. Whereas I've been in the army now for about 17, 18 years. I got so many little back, knee, shoulder, stomach problems. Oh, Willie left the door unlocked. Barnabas is going to kill him. Uh, there, those pieces go there. Really think the way I do with this organizing is just thanks to the army. I've watched some other channels that do building, and I've never noticed them go through this organizing every time. But it just drives me crazy if I don't. I have to have some kind of um, organization going here, or I just get really, really annoyed looking for the pieces. It's not like my house is insanely organized. I guess you could say I have like a controlled chaos in my house. Things are up and together, but I don't know why. With my personal stuff, I just can't stand an insane amount of organization. I feel much here at home. I feel better with a little bit of chaos, I guess, but then my supply cages at work are organized. They'd be a lot more organized if I could spend more time on them, but I guess that's what these orders, if they come in next month, are for. Commander will be a lot happier. All right, where are we? Long green, tan. I don't know what you. No one has the power to kill Barnabas Collins. He's a vampire. Yeah, Barnabas Collins is like the coolest vampire of all um, shows with vampires. Okay, these two of these. The great suit he wears, the cane, the um, gravitas he gives. He does act like he's better than everyone, but not like he's not holding it against them, if that makes any sense whatsoever. He likes everybody, but he is definitely better than them. It's a very good actor, the guy that did Barnabas. Okay, it's these two. They look too much like other things in the book. All right, man. Oh, thank you. Nice talking with you. You know, it's usually around about this time if I get on. So hope to see you again. I'll probably be finishing up this bag and then work on it more tomorrow. Get up and get some blood flowing after this. One, two, three, four, five, six. So where is a six? There it is. And I'll sub to your channel here once I get off. Oh, Barnabas, did you grab the wrong woman? So did I miss something? No. Okay, it goes like that. I see it now. Maybe. if I don't break it. It doesn't line up correctly. Oh, I see what I did. This should go, I guess, one more step back. Yeah, that goes there. Oh, I see. Yep. Just one step back. Put everything a little too close to each other. So everything just needs to go one little divot back. There we go. So what does it? Yeah, I guess it does have one little open spot right there. Oh no, stickers. I am so bad at these stickers. Stickers. Stickers, where are you? Or did I leave you? Where are you, stickers? Oh, there's the stickers. They're right in front of my face. All right, sticker number 4. I am so bad with these stickers. Crap. There we go. That's better. I am just not good with these stickers. All right, you got it. Come on, sticker. There we go. Yeah, this. I don't know what these faces are about. Is this really do? There we go. Really don't understand these faces. All right, next piece. 2 of these. Oh, Barnabas, don't kill her. It's not Vicky. I forgot her name now. It's not Vicky. Vicky is the teacher that never teaches the kid. All right, these 2 little black things. Yep. Go on top of these. Done. Now I need gray. Ah, two of these little gray thingamajigs. The thingamajig. Oh, ah, there we go. two of these little door looking things. Two of these little door things. Go right there. What is next? My little girl was so looking forward to this. She wanted me to build it all yesterday. Like, baby girl, I'm just not going to sit there and build this entire thing, and this thing would take way too long. Just did not have that kind of energy after drill. Oh, my neck. Okay. Um, I'm not seeing anything like that piece. Why am I not seeing anything like this little? Oh, okay, that's why, because I'm not looking at it correctly. Pretty normal for me. Not really paying attention to the details. Yes, that's it. Don't know how many times I've had to go back like 5 steps because I didn't, I missed something. Luckily, Legos are very, very forgiving. Wish everything in life was as forgiving as Legos. Life would be so much simpler. Does it go inside? Does it go inside? I guess I actually can't make that joke. Hi. Sorry, I just saw your message. I was looking for the book so I could show you what I'm building, and I'm looking at the book. This is the Lego Harry Potter ship. Um, Last week I built. Oh, it moved off camera. The horse moved it off camera. This little flying carriage. So I'm working on the ship now. It's about 200 something pages, 250 pages roundabout. It's pretty neat. Oh, excuse me, my neck. This last weekend, my little one and I went to a free event at the Lego store here up at Sugarloaf, and they had a build and take of this little butterbeer cart. So we both did one of them. I was thinking they were going to limit us to one per household, but they let you build as many as people you had. That's pretty cool. So I mean, they're doing a bunch of specials right now. I bought this, and they gave these two things. Oh, I can see it better this way. Room of requirement and a Quidditch practice for $100. I mean, that's pretty good. So our Lego City here is going to have a Harry Potter stop now. I don't know if we're going to have to get the Harry Potter train at some point, but that won't be anytime soon. Because you see behind me this way, you see our train that um, when I'm not using this area as a build area, it goes all the way around. Oh, I didn't know they were doing a Black Pearl one. That's pretty high speed. I have to look at that. Yeah, I've been working more with my Legos. while I'm looking for a civilian job. You can only spend so much time doing applications every day. So that's why I'm doing this. So for some reason, you're the first one where it's shown that little blue number one that I've seen on a bunch of channels for, I guess, how many comments you make. I've been on here for just over an hour, and the person earlier was we were talking back and forth for a while, and yours just showed up. And I don't understand how YouTube works. I barely understand anything in life, to tell you the truth, much less YouTube. Just kind of weird. Well, huh. I have to look that up. So from the 12th of this month, oh, I've already bought my Legos for this month. Gonna be a minute till I get another a little any more pay from the Army Reserve side. So I won't be buying anything else this month. I wasn't exactly planning on this, and then suddenly we saw all this Harry Potter free stuff. So the ship's coming together pretty good. It's kind of neat. The inside, I don't have great lighting in here. Um, you can the hold right there is kind of neat. I should figure out a way. Oh, I guess that sunlight wouldn't work too well. It'd be far too harsh on the video. Liz, you don't want to marry Jason McGuire. So I'm watching or I'm listening to Dark Shadows. Huh, that doesn't look correct. Did I miss something back here? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, I mean, in the picture, these things line up flush, but they're not flush when I put them down here. So I'm thinking I missed something. I don't want to get too far ahead and end up having to go back 50 steps. Why do you want nothing more than to see your mom married if she's happy already? It is definitely a different time when Dark Shadows was made. Okay, let's follow this again. The white, black, two of those, a flat. Ah, it had to be one more. There's one more flat right there. That's what I missed. So two flats. Ah, and I'm breaking it as I'm building it. Oh, I have a great history of breaking everything I try to build. I am the proverbial, if I can say the word, bull in the china shop. I was listening. What was I listening to? This podcast called Second Fiddles, and I mean, it's a superhero sidekick podcast, but they were doing like icebreaker games, and it was what is your irrational fear? So my thought was, well, really my irrational fear is walking into a china shop, being surrounded by breakable things, because I'm afraid my mere presence, everything will start breaking. It's looking pretty cool, I think. I'm only on bag 4 right now, but it's taken some pretty good shape. I don't know what this little thing up here is going to be. If this was the was that Super Mario Brothers 3, where you get on the ship that has all the cannons? That's kind of what I'm seeing right now with the faces there. Can't really see them. Makes me think of the Super Mario Brothers ship on that final level. Oh, angsty teenager is angsty on Dark Shadows. Ah, come on. There we go. The writing on this show was actually fairly good, for especially for a soap opera of the time. It's just funny listening to it. Yeah, I'd like to get that Black Pearl. Hopefully, in a couple months, I'll still be able to find it somewhere. I like that Lego is actively working to stop the whole or to slow down the second market somewhat, secondhand market. 16 cannons with a function to, for both sides of the ship. That's pretty freaking high speed. That's high speed, I gotta say. So I do like that they're trying to slow down the whole secondhand market, so that people that can't buy the stuff like once it's released and still be able to get one a few months from now. I mean, you really got to think, back in the 80s, what Legos were like, and then now it's just amazing. I know a lot of that is that they have the computers that can help them design. Like this thing right here was from when I was young. It was a castle. So, most of the castle's already built, but that was just what they could do to make a castle, to make it buildable for kids. But the change from then till now, yeah, it's played an amazing part in it. I I was talking with my little girl about what Legos used to be like and how the company almost went bankrupt back in the 80s, 90s era. And she was just amazed the difference as to what they used to be and what they are now. And she just couldn't imagine that they almost went out of business. Because we spend so much time building our Lego city here, and there's just so many that she wants for the city. And back then it was just your basic Legos, and that was about it. I have the Horizon for Zero Dawn tall neck upstairs, and I was reading about how they designed it and how many different um, versions they went through to get the, especially the disc that is the tall neck's head. And they were talking about how hard that was to design to make it a saucer. It's pretty cool. Receiving the Yeah, I mean, those castles were amazing back then in the 80s. I'm 47 now, and I mean, I thought those castles were amazing. The planes and just that those it was a little box or a little bag, and they were just so high speed. And here my yeah. Now, I mean, really, I feel like I'm 60 something thanks to the army, but um the joke is you take your real age and then you add the number of years that you've been in, and that gets your age. But when we were at the Lego store this weekend, a baby girl's looking at everything, and I was just thinking, it's like, man, what a amazing change for that company over these few decades. And now having to go through they're going to be going through other countries from what I'm told to do shipping to America now. Just sad. So it's going to be a while till we can do the pick a brick shipments. So that's pretty sad, but that company has really come such a long way, and they're so willing to take care of their customers, which is sad to say that they're one of the few companies that does that now. I don't know why I'm so entertained by these pieces that are going on the side. They're a very interesting build. Um, I mean, very good engineering that all these different layers to make the um, s- semicircle um, front and rear part of the ships. Sorry, I'm a soldier. I'm not a sailor, so I don't know the terms correctly. So it's pretty cool, the building of these layers to keep the round design for the fore and aft sections. There we go. My brain is very special. Fore and aft sections. It's it's just very interesting. I'd love to see the program that they use to build these to to work out all of these little things and just something usable or buildable. I mean, Vicky, just give in to the peer pressure and go do something stupid. Everyone in Collinsport is trying to peer pressure Vicky to go do something stupid so they can all get attacked in the night. Aren't you supposed to give in to that in a horror movie? I mean, it's not a horror movie, it's a horror soap opera, but she didn't give in. Huh. There's I love seeing all this Lego stuff through my daughter's eyes and being here when she's playing, seeing um, the imagination going and everything the world she's building down here. Yeah, these designers are so much smarter than I will ever be in my life. I just love to sit in on their meetings as they're doing these. Oh wow, this guy just told his girl that um he knows they swing and that's all that matters. I'm assuming that when this show was made, saying that they swing means something different. But I mean, we're building our city here, and little girl has her stories she's doing down here. Um, over this section, we have like the Pokemon area. We have a Red Rocket truck stop, Horizon Forbidden West. Um, this section, I think, is going to be the Friends, the Mario's, and the city proper sections are over here. No, no, this is the Dreams area. Back here, where my Mars rover is right now, is where she wants the Friends because we have a beach set that hasn't been built yet, and that's going to be part of the Friends area. Actually, this past weekend did one of the little Friends areas that's going to go over there. But the seeing the imagination through her eyes makes the spending the little bit of money I have from my VA pension and I get from my reserve time on these Legos for her, it it makes it worth every penny. Seeing, I mean, remembering the little bit I do from my childhood and imagination before, the public school system at the time that hated imagination just kicked it out of me. Seeing that in her is the most beautiful thing in the world. And I mean, we'll just sit here and she's playing her games and we have so many of the little Lego people and the Friends people. It's so much fun just to sit and watch her and play whatever game she's playing. Why doesn't this fit? I missed something, I think. No. Yeah, it's two little things. Oh, that goes here. Okay, that's why it didn't fit. The vision or the alignment looked weird in the book. Uh-oh. Mrs. Stoddard caught her daughter with the local bad boy. There's one bad boy in that town. This show is just so funny. Yeah, baby girl really wanted me to build this as quickly as I could because whatever game she has going on, she's really needing a big ship. As soon as she saw the box, like, Daddy, I need this for my game, for my story. I love it. It makes me so happy. Yeah, and I've been in the army now for 17 years. There ain't much in the world that makes me happy at this point. Yes. I Oh my god, I do not look forward to her getting that old. I don't. I mean, I look back on when I was young and became a teenager, and I am sure it's so much worse to have a teenage daughter than teenage son. And my backyard isn't that big. I can only fit so many dead bodies back there. So I am not looking forward to her being an 18-year-old. I'm glad, every once in a while, you know, she builds them. That really shows the, a good parent that she still has the imagination. I don't, I mean, I see that imagination and creativity is just so underappreciated. It was completely underappreciated, in the years we were in school. I mean, I remember my teachers telling my mom that I have too much imagination, and I could not fathom why that was a problem. But that just was what the school system was. I mean, we can't be mad at it now. It's just what was believed at that point. But I tell my little girl, yeah, ooh, 21. At least they're out of the teenage years. I mean, that's too cool, man. Well, yeah, of course, as I said, I'm a soldier. I'm in the reserves now. One thing you get as a soldier, it's basically issued by the army, is a divorce. There's a joke. The dark humor of the military, what you get from every branch. The Marines, you get PTSD. The Air Force, you get room service. The Navy, you get chlamydia, and the Army, you get divorced. I know one soldier that's not divorced, that is with his first wife, and he's retired from the Army now. It's kind of the exception that proves the rule. Oh, I love the rudder. I did not see that this was the rudder. I love it. Love it. It looks like a giant shoe to me, the rudder, but anyway, I get my little girl usually every other weekend. Sometimes I get her more. Like I had her the past 2 weekends. So, I cherish every second I have with her. It's the reason I keep going. Well, I that was bag 4. What is the time? 4:30. I told my little girl if a teacher ever tells her imagination is a bad thing, she needs to tell me right away. But the school system seems to have changed a lot, and that makes me happy. Why does this character look so angry? I don't know who this character is supposed to be, but both of the faces they have for her are different types of anger. I don't know if this character is supposed to be anyone in general, but oh, well, I did 2 bags today, and it's time for me to get up and do a little bit of exercise and get some blood moving. I thank y'all for being here. This is the most people I've ever had in a stream. It's been pretty cool. I've had 4 people here most of the time. That's pretty amazing. It's been great talking with y'all. I unless it's the weekend, I usually get on here around 1500, 1600, 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern. So I do applications in the morning, go to the gym around noon, come back, and usually about 15 or 3 or 4 p.m. I get on. Um, so y'all need to kill some time. Come on here, talk with me, watch me build. It really helps my day actually. Yeah, so I usually during the week I'm here every day. It was great talking with y'all. So yeah, please come on again. During the week I'm all pretty much always on. So it was cool talking to y'all.